Hi there, Joe from Kingston's, and today we've come up to Berryfield Park to come take a look at a 2-bedroom and terrace property. In fact, you can see we're on Berryfield Park. It stretches down to the far end, down onto Semington Road. You can see we've got a nice mix of houses in here, some semis, some terrace. In fact, if you go down to the bottom end, and down behind there are a couple of detached also, and of course you see where it goes on down there, and that continues down Berryfield Lane. So what's nice around here is you've got a lovely quiet location. As you can hear, we're very close to the canal, less than a 5-minute walk away. We're no more than a 2-minute walk away from open green space. If you're after an allotment, there's some allotments around the corner. If you've got a dog, lots of places to go out and walk, and of course you've got the old canal, so you can wander down that, down into Melksham and follow that all the way through. And speaking of Melksham, if you want to get into town, it's going to take you no more than 2 minutes in the car and around about a 10-minute walk, and then you're right in the heart of Melksham, where of course you've got shops, etc. Also, if you're looking at schools, you're probably looking at a Lerwick or the Semington School. So Semington's going to be around about a 10-minute walk away. And if you're going down to Lerwick, it's going to be around about a 7-minute walk. So not too far at all. So I've taken you around. What I'll do is, you're currently on the parking. I'll take you down and we'll have a better look at the house. So of course, coming down, you see where I've parked today. We've got a nice little green space to the front, and then we're continuing on down to the house itself. As you can see, tucked away in the corner, away from nice passing traffic or anything of the sort. So we've got a lovely little front garden here. Out towards the rear, we've got a nice sunny garden as well, because that is directly south facing. Got a nice area of patio. We've then got a lawn, and then we've got plenty of storage space on from there. As we come on in though, we've got a nice kitchen diner that flows down the right hand side of the property, and out to the left we've obviously got our hallway up, and then our living room. It's got some lovely French doors out into that sunny garden. As you go on upstairs, you've got 2 very good sized bedrooms, and of course a bathroom up there too. That's enough about here. Let's actually go on in and explore. Here we are, we come through the front door and into our hallway. Immediately in front of us, you can see our door through to our living room, and the door on the right through to our kitchen diner. As we look round towards the front, you see that we have the stairwell to the first floor with some space on the right hand side. Nice area for coats and shoes, further unit should you want it. Got 2 small windows out towards the front along with our front door, and you can see here that we also have our radiator. As we then pan back across and come on through into the living room, you can see where we have a radiator on the right, plenty of furniture down here on the right hand side where we've got a sofa and chair. You see we also have a door through and into the kitchen diner from the far end. You have a sliding door through and out into the garden, and of course you can see on the far side we have a fire point that currently has an electric fire, and we have television points in the corner where we have the television. I have had some people drop a flue liner down here and put a log burner in there in case you're wanting. And then of course in the corner you see we've got further units and a chair should you want to. Of course it could be reorientated should somebody want to. And of course there's a quick view straight out into the garden, which we will of course explore shortly. But let's go on through and into the kitchen diner. So we're coming onto a tiled floor. You can see where we have a mix of base and eye level units with worktop space over. Lovely tile splashback extending all the way around. At the front here, you see we have a window. We've got shutters on either side. The units go down into the corner where we have space for a washing machine. We've got a stainless steel sink unit with single drainer. As we continue on round, we then have space for a cooker. That is gas. And then at the far end of the units, you can see it's another set of units here on the left hand side. But we have space for fridge freezers, one on either side should you want to. As we continue on down, you see that we have a 4-seater table here in the middle. Of course, you could have it larger if you want to, of course, reorientate it. But we've got a radiator on the left. We've got further units down the far end, and of course, we've got a window out into the garden. As we pan back across, you can see the doorway through and back into our living room as we look back down to the far end of our kitchen diner. As we come on round, while we're here, there's another look out into the garden. As we come back across, I'm going to take you all the way back down to the front so you can see out where we were stood just a couple of moments ago. But we're going to head on upstairs and explore the bedrooms, bathroom before we head on out to the garden. Where as we make our way to the top of the stairs, you see that we have a airing cupboard just there on the right. Looking on down is a WC, bathroom in front of us, round to bedroom number 2. Of course, we've got our loft hatch, radiator in the middle, and we'll come round to bedroom number 1. And there you go, it's a view back over the top of the landing area, and you can see that we have a window out towards the front. So coming on into bedroom number 1, got lovely exposed floorboards in here. Got plenty of space for units. We've got double bed here with nightstand to the side. You could reorientate this to the side of the room should you want to. You see we've got the chimney rest going on up. We've got built-in cupboard at the far end. I'm just going to stand next to some built-in wardrobes as we pan around from the far end here, looking back towards the landing. And if we come around into the far end, you can see those built-in wardrobes quite well there in the corner. As we continue on round, and then I'll give you a quick view out to the rear. Over the top of the garden, you can see down behind the houses to the rear, we've got lovely open countryside, and of course the garden is south facing. So if we come on round, head on into bedroom number 2, another good sized double. We have a large selection of bunk beds here on the right hand side. Of course, you could get a super king size bed in here, no problem. We've got a large unit down there in the corner, window out to the rear, radiator. We've got a unit off the back of the wardrobe section from the other bedroom. Here we have an alcove and then a cupboard down in the corner. As we come on in and pan around once again, there you go, you can see that cupboard in the corner. It could be used as a wardrobe. There's another view out towards the garden. Again, you can see out to that lovely open countryside on either side. And then we'll finish off internally with our bathroom and WC. So coming into the bathroom, you can see on the left hand side, we have a heated towel. Below that is where the tile splashbacks start. They extend all the way around the bath and extend almost to the ceiling, where we have our shower, which is an electric shower. We then have a glass screen. As we come on down, we then have a pedestal wash hand basin and a window to the front. And coming out of there, we're coming into the WC. A frosted window to the front just there. So you've got a radiator, and down below is our WC, low level. But standing out here on the patio, coming out through the living room, we're looking across the rear of the property. And of course, you see that patio extending right the way across. So you've got a nice area of seating, lovely pots out here, and we're looking back on through into the living room. If we come on down to the corner here, and you can see the garden is very well populated with some lovely flowers. And of course, coming down, we've got a slight step off the patio and we're coming down to the lawn. You see we've got a nice border running either side. Down on the left here, you see we've got raised beds with railway sleepers. And as we pan around to the far side on the right here, you see the railway sleepers start again and they come across. We've got a couple of beehives here. If you see a lot of bees buzzing around while we look down towards the far end. So we're looking back towards the rear of the property, and you can see those borders from the far end. Beautiful and quiet down here. And then the pathway continues on down, and we've got an extensive amount of storage. So we've got 2 sheds in here, one on the left, one on the right. Got a large open area here at the front. As we continue off the back, you see then we have this open area to the left. Bit of storage, you can see it's converted to a bit of a pot shed and greenhouse space there. Plenty of space for your bins. And of course, we've got rear access. So down the side of the front of the property on the right, you'll be able to walk all the way around. As we extend on up, we're coming back into that lawn area. Give you another better view from the side, where you can see the beehive. But that's where we're going to finish today for 65 Berryfield Park.